I really wish that we'd
didn't
been
get that
recording right
line.
there.
I think you're good. I think you're good. I think you missed it.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
sad.
God.
We missed a beautiful moment.
Was that live? Did that
No,
get
but I
hit
really wish it was.
record, But then you started falling. I was like, oh, and I didn't see the pop-up that said, "Hey, you've gone live." So that, or you have to hit this to go live. And so we got to watch you practice gravity.
Yeah. If we were late, it's because Jess was tripping and falling in the background.
Well,
got caught on a back strap.
Sorry, I feel
was
bad. I started
impressive.
yelling the countdown, and I think that made you rush. So I apologize.
No, I didn't hear it because it's
Oh,
through my
okay.
headphones. I was just, I'm just that dramatic.
And with that, welcome to the drama.
You are an actor for a living, so that works out.
Yes.
I don't know why that's the pose for actors.
Hello, well met, pod people of dice. I'm Rick, and you're listening to Probability of Demise. We're a group of storytellers playing a nerdy game using chance and our imaginations to provide rules and structure to Atland, a world of our own making. It's Atland. It exists on a version of Earth thousands of years into the future, a planet left vulnerable by science and infected with magic. This is a world far different. I like infested more than I like infected, I think. This is a world for, yeah?
Either way, it
Infected
sounds
versus-
better than cordyceps.
This is a world far different from the one you know today. Continents have shifted, cities have arisen, and new creatures and peoples of varied origin dot the wondrous landscapes. Thank you for coming with us as we explore it together.
Together.
Someone's never not going to do that.
I made a commitment to myself to not do it today.
Don't worry. Apparently, I did it.
Congratulations on the three of us who showed restraint. We're back. I interrupted Larissa in her response. I didn't feel so bad, but then of course we got another re-show of the Jess run.
What? I didn't move. I didn't leave. No one saw anything. That second time.
Nothing has happened. Well, welcome back. Keeping with the theme of questions for talented people who know all about their characters, there's only one person left.
Dun dun dun.
Good luck.
She's had a cold for 2 weeks and her brain doesn't work. This will be fun.
Fuck.
Maybe you can
Very
phone a
hard-
friend.
Maybe this is
know.
the key to everything.
Yeah, I got to the second dice when I felt fine last week, so don't feel bad if you don't do well.
It's just about your class.
I have no class. That's the problem.
Are you down for this, Larissa, or do you need me to not torture you this morning?
As long as you're not disappointed if I don't do well.
Well, seeing as nobody's really gotten far yet.
Hey, I got all the way to 20.
Jess got all the way to the end. She just
Didn't seal the deal.
should never play deal or no deal.
That's clear.
Yeah, because I'm just like, let's keep going.
All right, Larissa. We start off easy on the D4. When your fists blur into a series of things, this is called something for monks. What is that called?
Fists of Fury.
Oh, no, it's not.
No? I don't know.
Wait, give her another chance. You know this. What's
No.
She knows it. She knows it. She knows it.
like your extra attack after if you use a key point for an extra attack? It
I
is
thought
the
Oh, I feel like we need to have a redo in the future. Let's hold this one. Freeze for now. No torturing the person who is bravely here through a cold or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
I don't-
Respiratory.
I can't think of it.
That's
What is
okay.
it? Or do I need to go look it up?
it spawned the furry flurry of fury.
Is that not Fists of Fury? What is it? I don't know.
Okay.
Flurry of
We're
blows
going to save this for later.
or furry flurry fury.
It's the flurry of blows, but
Flurry
we're
of blows.
going to save it for later because torturing somebody who has respiratory issues is rude.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay. Just breathe as much as your lungs allow you to, and we're going to move on. We'll come back to that
Wrong one.
another day. I love you. We have our team here. I'm Rurik running as the GM. Although I've heard some recent other terms for that lately that I kind of have not enjoyed. So I'm not talking about any of those for our little game session. And we also have Jason, who's playing
Asher. My name is
Asher.
Asher, and I play Asher.
Jason plays Asher. The bard who might not know it.
I do words as the bard.
And then we have Jess, the famous actress.
I play Tanzanite.
And what does Tanzanite do for fun?
She belittles poor people. No. She
I mean,
has
kinda.
recently discovered, she is almost like the ferryman of souls, which we'll get into later.
In my head, I've been calling you the conduit.
Ooh.
The Shadow Soul Conduit. And Larissa,
Yes.
lung impaired as she be, is our...
Apparently, I play something that uses a move called Flurry of Blows. My name is Larissa. I play Trixie, and she's a monk.
She's a monk. She's a monk. She's a squirrely monk.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. It's very fun to see you all. Just wanted to, again, make a big shout out to all the independent creators in the world who are doing everything they can to find joy and make just enough money off of it to survive it, as well as those who are not making any money, like us, who are just here to enjoy it.
Let us entertain you. Let us.
Are you going to be able to do Stonewall?
On Tuesday?
Yeah.
No idea.
She didn't go last week. So.
I don't know. We'll see. I
All
might
right.
still go and just cough in the back.
Our college choir had a sick row where if you were sick, you would have to like sit off to the side so you didn't cough and all the singers. I think that we need a sick row in Stonewall.
Problem is that we rehearse in a church and we semi-social distance, and because of that, whoever's in the back, like we rotate and we have the sopranos and altos in front one week and then the tenors and basses in front the next week. But whoever happens to be in the back is really far back, and the church is very live. And our conductor, bless her heart, regardless of whether she's wearing a mask or not, does not necessarily project in a way that is what's the auditory version? Audible, I guess. I was going to say, what's the auditory version of legible? Oh, God.
Which dwarf was it in the Hobbit that had the megaphone earpiece? What are those called?
Yeah.
I think it was Sneezy. Is the one you're looking for.
Shit.
Hi, Sneezy.
Okay.
But yes. So, anyways, having a sick row wouldn't help because especially if they were in the back, because then they really wouldn't hear anything that was going on. It would just be like, yeah.
Hey,
Just
FYI,
like that.
if you type in the words earpiece for hearing dwarf, you get something about hearing rabbits from the University of Nottingham.
Nice.
I won't be Googling anymore.
I have a friend who teaches there. I need to ask more about this now.
Oh, yeah.
We
Domestic
do.
rabbits can suffer from some sort of hearing predation. Ah, it's beautiful.
Is that because people tend to buy albino rabbits and animals that are tend to be like albino or bred specifically to be white have a
Albino
tendency to
rabbits
be
with
deaf?
big, sharp, pointy teeth.
Oh, wonder if that's because I know in humans that's a real thing, but I don't know enough about animals to know like Anyways, easily distracted team. More
What?
power to us.
Aye.
Jason, do you want to talk about our merch?
Sure. We have merch. Buy some. Thanks. No, we've smacked our logo onto some stuff at TeePublic. I just dropped the link in the comments and you can find it in the show notes. Rick is holding up a coffee cup next to their head, which weirded me out. Anyway, I'm wearing this t-shirt. It also has our web address on the back. Yeah, so there's many different things, stickers, and I think like journals and all kinds of stuff you can just get with the logo printed on it. So check that out.
Yes.
I have another announcement. If you Google the term probability of demise, we've officially bumped the National Safety Council for that search term. So we're number 1 and they're number 2. So suck it, National Safety Council.
So if people want to actually know what their probability of, death is, they'll find our podcast.
Which,
I mean, that's awesome. That's exactly what
ironically,
we
the title
want.
of their page is Odds of Dying. So, I mean, it's the same. It's like a synonym to our term. But we definitely deserve the first spot.
We're
It's
honestly more
fine.
probable.
Just remind me when your birthday is.
What is
April
Jess doing?
26th.
Okay.
My seat is off center, so I normally have a little toy, like a stuffed animal, that I sit one butt cheek on to even me out. But I can't find it, so I had to find a pillow.
The first whatever money it takes to buy Jess a seat from buying our merch.
Yes. That'll be our first purchase.
Sell 500 more t-shirts. We'll buy just a chair.
That would be a worthy cause
Oh my gosh.
instead of a GoFundMe. Everyone listening, please
Please
buy a $5 whatever.
call 40,000 of your friends.
Help Jess get a non-squeaky chair.
A non-squeaky even chair.
Yes.
She doesn't
yes.
have to squish some poor stuffed animal.
It's actually the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. I just sit on his face.
Well, you know what? That actually works in my head. That works. That's
Time to bring back the TikTok sign.
oh my gosh, yeah. Well, how is things going? How is things going? Stonewall, date, time, location.
Oh, we're performing a passion oratorio called Considering Matthew Shepard, detailing the events leading up to, during, and after his murder, which was one of the first real hate crimes that kind of, was publicized so much in what would be considered like our current, form of news cycle. The Stonewall Chorale is performing it on Saturday, March 25th at 7:30 p.m. at Church of the Holy Apostles in New York City, which is on 9th Avenue and 28th Street in Chelsea. If you are interested in attending, you can buy tickets at stonewallchorale.org/buy-tickets. If you are unable to attend, but you would like to support what we do and our performances and rehearsal space, and we truly are a not-for-profit 501c3. Feel free to donate. We also, every concert season, we have people sponsor movements within the piece. We have people sponsor the musicians, and then you get your name in the program. So if you really want to be fancy, even if you're from afar, you can reach out to via, I think it's info@stonewallchorale.org about sponsoring a piece for the upcoming concert. So
thank you. Does anybody else have any last announcements? All right, Jess, it's all on you now. The word of the day.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Okay. This is a unique one, so let me listen to it.
Every time that she listens to it, she gets the listening face.
Today's word is gaflippadapple.
Now I have to listen to it again. Okay. Today's word is canopsia, which is The eerie, it's like an eerie atmosphere of a place that it's usually bustling with people, but is now abandoned and quiet.
Ooh, canopsia.
Canopsia. Yeah, I like that word.
I'm getting really good at this, guys.
You are.
Yeah, you're finding really good ones.
They're difficult words to get inspiration. Maybe I can make up.
Yeah, that's kind of how.
I even have. Wait, let me find it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. In a sentence. When the couple revisited their old home, it was an unmistakable air of canopsia around it that had them struck with nostalgia.
Mm.
I had a not so recent canoptic moment when I went to during the like most intense point of the early pandemic, and I had to go get groceries, and I decided to just walk for it to the Trader Joe's down in the Upper West Side.
On 72nd Street?
And the one, yeah, that and it was
Jesus.
so dead. To see Broadway without humans threw me.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we are back on the roll for commercial time. Who wants to
That's right.
roll for the commercial?
Oh, right. It's well, Rurik, you would because you did it last time, so you roll the d4.
No,
And for those who don't remember,
the winner rolls.
Jason's
The winner
one.
rolls, yeah.
The winner of.
Rurik is 2,
Hang
you're
on,
3.
We're not
I'm
doing that
3.
roll yet. Roll
No?
the
This
D20.
is your big D20
Oh,
roll.
I thought
Because
we
the
did
winner
the
of this rolls the D4.
I was with you, Larissa.
Oh, because Jess rolled it. Okay,
Oh.
I haven't picked the dice yet. Okay.
How about y'all just don't even worry about it? Because I got a 1.
I rolled
Rollies!
a 7.
I got a 4. Well, let's roll terribly. This is going to be an awesome show today. Oh my God, everything's going
Wait, did I
wrong.
win
You
with
and
the
me,
7
Jess,
then?
every
You
time.
won with a 7. You had the highest roll. So there's rollies on the ones team. So I guess the downfall of the ones it's Jess versus Larissa, and Jason, you're going to roll the D4.
Okay.
This dice is going in jail.
What did you get?
Another nat one.
Okay,
D-
that was a
D4.
6.
Wait,
You rolled
so now I pick read or.
You pick read or topic,
Right.
Okay.
and then the D4
I will do read.
Okay.
is the
and
winner.
then topic goes
So,
to. Topic also goes to me.
No, you're the writer
Wait.
now. The
no,
D4 is
I have the
writer.
topic.
Wait, we're doing this wrong again.
No,
guys.
we're not.
No,
Yeah, we
the
are.
D4 is the
No.
writer. That's
the
what we've been
D4
doing.
is the writer.
D4 is our writer.
Okay.
Whoever
The topic or reader.
it's either the
is
topic or the reader.
the winner gets to choose if they're going to be which one.
Okay. Well,
And
I'm.
then the fail has to do the opposite.
You are reading, which means I have to pick the topic, and now you have to roll to see who writes it.
Okay. Well, I'm also writing it then because I rolled the 1.
Okay.
Ah.
It's beautiful.
Man, I write this
Cool.
down in my notes so that I remember how it works every week. Getting more complicated as we go.
We're just adding layers to it.
So
We just
what's
like
the
rolling
topic?
dice.
How about a magical skein or drinking horn that keeps your beer cold and frothy for when you forget it in the other room?
People want frothy.
Someone
want-
distracted me.
Everybody wants a little bit of head work. Just saying.
What? Just. You just
Yes. As a former bartender, I can tell you when you pour a beer, you want a little bit of head.
Oh my God. Okay.
Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
You're
In the
wrong.
comments, tell me
I
I'm
win.
wrong.
We're
I mean,
done.
you're right, but
Okay. We've gone officially full over into X-rated now.
Yep.
Not
appropriate for children. Way to go, Larissa.
Today I just marked
well, we
our
get like
channel as
4
being not
fucks,
appropriate for
so
children
I mean,
overall.
it's already not. So
How many fucks?
I think we get. Well, now we have 3.
So
Well, no,
only
now we have
there's
2.
only
now
2
we-
more
No,
fucks?
no, I
Fuck.
said it
One
earlier.
more. Oh, no more. No more.
Oh fuck.
Fuckity fuck fuck.
Okay.
We're never
Now
going
we
to
get
make
to
it
do
on
the fun part
YouTube.
for me. We roll for the recap. Now we know that Larissa is on a unintentional self disadvantage on this roll just because she does have to recap. She had fuzzy
I
brain
say
last week.
she gets out of it this week.
No, I don't think. I mean,
I mean, this could be more entertaining. Recaps are all about the joy. I'll fix
Yeah.
it later.
joy. I'm just not rolling that dice again.
I rolled a 17. I'm such a
Oh
genius.
God.
I have nothing to do.
What'd you roll, Jess?
3.
I rolled a 7,
I rolled an 8.
which is right next to the friggin' 1. So I thought it was the 1, and then I saw the 1 off to the side. But don't worry, last time I definitely rolled 2 1s.
But guess who it's not for the second week in a row?
Jason has successfully left his trail of tears, and now it's Jess's turn. Jess, what happened last week?
Let me pull up my notes
Hey!
that I know I didn't fully write out because I know I missed stuff. Okay. So we have
That's how I feel. This is me trying to learn new games. Like
this.
Andy's comment. First one to hop on one foot. We're rolling a D4, but only after a D100 lands on a 50. Choosing how to roll for the other stuff. That's how I feel when I'm trying to learn new games and card games and things. Like people start explaining rules, and it just starts to make less sense to me as it goes on.
All right. Recap.
I'm here for it.
I'm gonna just start where my notes start.
At least you take notes. I think you're the only one that does.
But they're very jumbled, as you will see. Anyway,
I would say the only PC who takes notes. Rick obviously takes notes.
I take notes, but sometimes I forget the stupid things like names.
Burke does like me now and listens to the recording later,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Way
doesn't,
more useful.
doesn't
Very
necessarily
smart.
need notes.
I take notes off of the recording, though. It's
All right.
important.
So, our team had been separated, and Asher and Trixie were in a room with Fawn. And once she disappears, you hear a big voice welcoming everyone to a show. And Asher realizes that they are not in a warehouse, but what looks like the backstage of a theater. It's verbatim of what I wrote. There's 3 actors. One of them has a book and is wearing a hat and is supposed to be resembling Asher. And there's one in a really terrible blonde wig with a tiara that's supposed to look like Tanzanite. And one who is non-human, is some sort of a creature-y thing, but not a squirrel. But that's obviously supposed to represent Trixie. And Asher decides that he's going to just go up and say hello. And the Asher person faints. They trying to continue the show. Asher is basically pushed out onto not pushed out, but is on the stage telling terrible jokes and harming people with his terrible jokes.
That's right.
He basically, I think, because there's a lull in my notes, he does such a bad joke at one point that there is a moment where the two can get out of the area safely without anyone kind of following. And they are heading to the pumpkin, which is where Tanzanite is. Tanzanite calls to Trixie and it's like, hey, I did not mean to hold person on you. I was trying to help. And she's like, well, I thought someone was trying to kill me, so don't do that. And I said, okay.
What happened to Tanzanite in the pumpkin?
In the pumpkin, right, before they get here, I get to the pumpkin house, and inside feels like nighttime. So if you look out the windows, it's nighttime. even though it's daytime outside. And there's one of the goddesses that I know sitting at a cauldron, stirring it up. And she says, basically, it's time to be more specific, and I have to make a choice. And I decided to look into the pot, and I see gold, and in the middle is me, and I see that I have to make a decision. And so I'm contemplating what it is I want to do. What does it mean? Somehow I end up in a place of grayscale. So there's no color. It's just shadowy gray. And I see that there are like connected points between things. And I can travel through them. I see a mountain, and I see a bunch of stuff. I see a mountain, and I see a skull, and I see a forest, and at my feet is a lake.
The hills are alive with the sun.
And the hills are alive. And there, I basically decide that I am going to be the goddess who escorts the newly dead on to the next place. And once I've made that decision, I get pulled back into the cottage, and everything's normal. Back to square one. I see a shopkeeper. I try to do some sneaky, things with my followers to try to figure out what I'm supposed to say, because I don't know. And they don't help me at all. But I get downstairs, the two of them come in, they go downstairs. I've also cannot be seen in the shadow. I disappear. But as soon as I go into the light, I can be seen. Also, Asher finds 2 bodies, and he brings one person back, and then I stop him from bringing the second person back, and he gets angry, and he storms out, and then I tell Trixie that I'm going to follow, so then I follow and tell her to stay there. And then that's where we are.
3 brave souls wandering the streets.
I would say my only correction is that there's 3 bodies.
There's 3 bodies. There are
Yeah.
Trixie found 2 of them. I found the first one.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one slowly recovering. You found members of Lutes Lyres who had been keeping an eye on members of your team, probably at Fawn's direction. And someone else apparently was keeping an eye on them and removing the surveillance, so to speak.
And there was evidence that they had been essentially poisoned.
They died of poison, and there was a spider that I captured. Did we talk about the spider?
Oh yeah, there's a spider.
Yes, but I know about the spider. Tanzanite doesn't know about the spider, right?
Everybody knows about the spider. Tanzanite, we don't know that. Neither of you knows that it has like the emblem of her old religion on
got
it.
it.
Because you haven't taken it out of the water skin yet.
Right.
So, spider in the water skin. And I feel like we just need to go in the Joy reverse order here a little bit and start off with Trixie. You're in the shop. Both of your friends have gone storming out.
Sorry.
You've sent a message to Fawn and to others to try to get things resolved that are going on here. While you wait for said others to come, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm gonna take out some I'm gonna take out just some I can't think of the word. Herbs that smell nice.
Potpourri.
No, just like from my medicine bag. I just can't, floral, I guess, or like some herbs that and I'm going to
Fragrant?
yes. I'm going, but not of like the food variety of like these are dead bodies and
Oh, you're
Yeah.
trying to like kind of do some. I mean, they're fresh dead bodies, so that they won't be smelly yet. But
right, but
eventually
there's
they will.
necrotic damage, and I just want to make sure. So just to
Yeah.
as we are guests in this space, I would like to try not to piss off the owner. And I would use my bag, whatever, to make the person who is the one person who's recovering a little more comfortable. And then I would like to take the water skin, and I would like to I would like to hold it up to my ear to see if I can hear anything inside.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh yeah, that's what we do with this game. Ooh, that's gonna be nice and high. I rolled a 19s plus. That's a 28.
Great. Your attention fully focused on this water skin, really carefully listening. Then you hear a slight.
Okay.
Something is scratching its way out, or just
All right.
scratching in general.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of cloth, I don't know, like a kerchief or something. I'm going to wrap it around the mouth of the water skin so that it's kind of like laying over my hand like this, but that I'm holding it tight. I'm going to put my other hand on the top, and I'm going to shake it really hard for like 30 seconds.
You hear the most painful, strange, eldritch scream. And there's a beat of silence. And then you hear it repeated all around you in the room. Different corners screaming the same scream. And you begin to see little glowing purple eyes staring down at you from all over the room.
Okay. I'm going to take, but after I finish that, I am going to take the jar, put it in front of me, have the handle right next to it. I am going to like right on over it. I'm going to pop off the top. I'm going to flip my hand over so that the cloth is covering it. I'm going to take the cloth. I'm going to shake it until the spider comes out. And then I'm going to take the cloth, cover it, and then I'm going to put the cover on top of the cloth so that it's the top. It goes top, cloth, jar. Does that make
As
sense?
you do this, the screams throughout the room and in the water skin itself become much louder. And then you see that the rafters are now covered in those little glowing purplish eyes, reflecting the almost absent light in the space. And some of them are beginning to drop down towards you. But eventually, there's a little spider, its legs slightly curled up, its eyes that same kind of purple, but a little bloodied and green ichor dripping.
Yep, and making sure that it's nice and solid in there and secure. Trying to think if there's anything I can do. If only I had spells and could, I don't know.
You do have something.
I have one thing, but hang on. True Trixie fashion. I haven't necessarily thought this through. Well, not that I haven't thought it through, but yeah. I'm just gonna sit there and wait. I'm trying to think of what I have on me. Sorry.
So even as you're waiting and considering and thinking of your options, they're skittering closer and closer. It's you in a kind of almost a pool of candlelight at this point, and you notice that the other lights in the space have gone out as the spiders encroach upon that territory. They are coming from above, from all the sides. It's you and 3 corpses at the center of this little pool of light. Well, one isn't a corpse, but 2 corpses and a slowly, shallowly breathing individual.
All right. I'm going to take out my woodcarver tools. I'm going to take a couple of chisels. And just be like, all right, I'll stab each and every one of you. Till you die or I die.
And with that, they're on you. So let's roll initiative. You versus the swarms.
Whoa!
Okay. 23.
Awesome. You are definitely first in initiative order. My rolls have not improved since the first rolls. What do you do first?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to take I would like to retract. I probably would have gone into like a crouch or something, but pulled out my shovel instead of keeping me in a vulnerable position. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold my action until one of them gets within.
Oh, they're already within your range.
Oh, right, because I have that pole arm thing, don't I?
Yeah, everything's in your range. This whole room is in your range.
All right, I am going to look. I'm going to swing at the closest one. I know they're small, but I'm hoping that.
And for this, I'm using swarm rules, so you'll be like, rather than hit points, it'll be a few at a time that you're smushing and smashing, or a group of ones that you're smushing and smashing, depending on the damage you do. So go ahead and roll your attack.
All right.
I
just want to remind myself of. And I'm going to be using a charge every round. I would just like to pre-state that for my shovel. Okay. All right. First one. That's in that one. Second one is 21. Jesus. And then I would follow up with an additional. There's another nat one. So
go ahead and roll damage for the 21, because that hit.
Okay. Today is the day I roll a new character. It's a D8 plus 8 plus a D6. Okay, that is a 7 or a 1. That's a 1. Awesome. So 1 plus 8 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Man.
Okay. With the
rough.
One smack that you do get in, you kind of had a hesitation moment at first, and then you readjust and you aim and you smack, because these are skittering everywhere. It's like you realize you go from targeting to just smash everything, and with that switch in mind frame, you get better footing and you smash and you take out 4 or 5 of these little spiders, just body parts of the spidery sort flying with the impact of your hit. You're that strong.
If I do survive this, I am getting covered in goop again, aren't I?
Oh yeah, definitely. And as you land that hit, you fumble again with your shovel in close quarters. You've developed these abilities around broad spaces, open spaces, being able to move as you need to. And this is just a little cramped. And part of your brain is still in the mode of like, don't break other people's possessions. So you don't want to break the bottles. So it just hampers you just enough that you trip and fall and you roll. And you can hear some crunching as you roll. Back up into an upright position, ready to go again. But that is your 2 nat ones kind of coming into play, is just crash. And then you hear the crunching of a couple spiders your body destroys. And it puts you into a position where you can see that already the 2 unbreathing corpses are starting to be covered in spider web. They're being cocooned even as the other things are going on. And as you kind of have that moment to see this, is there anything else you're going to do?
No, that's my... Well, I guess I could try to make my way there to the corpses. I lied. No, I'm going to make my way to the dude that's recovering.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get right up next to him. I mean, no problem with that at all. This is a small space.
I'm going to protect him.
As you kind of make your stand there, the biggest number of spiders comes from above, and they come down swinging on their little spindly webbing. It is a little bit like if you've ever been under a silk tree worm hatch, where all those worms just come they seem to be coming all at once. They just keep falling and falling and falling. And you need to tell me if you are hit by well, you're definitely not hit by that, because that's a 2 + 6. So that's not hitting you. But are you hit by... Not hit by that either, I'm sure. Are you hit by a 20?
Nope. And not unless it's a natural 20.
No.
Damn.
And then the last one. Nope. Probably not hit by that either. So you fend off these flying things, either taking your shovel and flurrying it about, and you're successfully able to defend the recovering person. As you helicopter there for a moment, your martial arts moves taking effect, and you're able to clear just enough space, but you can see more coming from above. And the ones that you smushed were only briefly even considered by the horde of spiders that's coming. Can I have you roll a nature check?
Okay. 15.
15. I mean, it's obvious that this is not natural, but there's something almost even worse about this. There's something beyond being unnatural going on. Like you're being targeted.
Which is why I figured it didn't matter whether I went into combat or not. So figured it was going to kind of happen in one way or another.
There's always running away, but yeah.
The door is locked, Rurik, from the outside.
You have abilities.
No, I'm not leaving that person alone.
You haven't tested the extent of those abilities. All right, so you are stuck there in the space. It is your turn again. What are you doing? Smashing and smooshing?
Remind me, I don't think I can carry this person, right? The third person I could carry was because they were another one of my kind. But I don't think the first person that Jason found or Asher found
is... Get them up. You're strong. You're not weak. But you can't...
Can I drag them?
But you could drag them. There's a lot of things you could do.
And remind me, going downstairs, is it like a hatch?
Yeah, it's just a little hatch.
I'm gonna try to get us downstairs, actually.
Awesome. Yeah, go ahead and just roll a strength check. Based on their non-resistance, go ahead and roll it with advantage. Based on their lack of consciousness.
Not a saving throw, just a check. Another 15.
Awesome. Without too much trouble, you're able to kind of get your body wedged under their back and your arm wrapped around their chest a bit, kind of in an awkward little lug drag situation. But you're using their arms as leverage to keep your grip on them, and you're able to drag them forth and swinging your shovel as you go, kind of clearing your pathway. And since it's a tiny little space, it's quite easy for you to get down the hatch. You kind of hear the ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk of their feet following you down the little tiny bit of ladder there, but you are able to get down there.
All right. I would like to shut the. I don't know if that. I don't know if that also counts as an action.
I think it does count as an action unless you can describe how you're just doing it quickly.
Can I use my sword? Or my shovel?
Shovel. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
trying.
You whack it with your shovel. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check to just see how successful you are.
Another 40. Dexterity check. It'd be 19.
Yeah. Kind of almost seemingly like you accidentally did it. You've kind of like wedged your shovel in such a way that as you come down the steps, and you can hear the ka-thunk, 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 and then another pa-thunk as the hatch comes down. All right. You hear skittering all above you. Nothing.
Okay, but I'm in the shadows now.
You are in the dark. Your vision is extremely limited.
Okay. I don't tell me if this is counted a free action. Otherwise, I'll just hold it until my next turn. I would like to focus on like the shadows and Tanzanite, and I'm literally just going to try to scream her name into the shadows, manifesting that somehow it reaches her. It might be like a religion thing or something. I don't know, but like obviously I've seen that she works in the shadows, so it's not like it's an issue where I don't believe anymore. But I don't know.
At this point, would you consider someone who worships her?
Oh, would I be a person considered that
Yes.
worships her? I don't know, because I don't pay I don't pray to her or anything like
But
that.
is this
And
a
also,
prayer in this moment,
I guess this would be, but like it's not it's not an established thing. But also, I feel like in most recent times, like this is kind of the most recent occurrence is really an establishment of like her actual godhood.
Okay. Well, she just kicked herself off camera, and I was about to put the thing on her.
Come back! Come back!
As you have that moment, she doesn't realize that doesn't.
I know. We can still hear you when you do that.
When you do it, just hit. So this is just for our team. Sorry.
Yes.
Just hit stop cam, but leave your cam up there.
I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind.
Down at the
I was going to
bottom.
say I couldn't find that before, but
because then you
yeah.
You don't have to remove your cam. It's just stop cam.
That is stop cam.
No,
Rick,
do you
Rick,
mean
you changed the settings so that stop cam pulls you out?
I had that turned off so you didn't get pulled out.
Oh, it still does.
Somebody changed the settings on us, so I'll fix that at some point.
Well, you heard me talking to my boyfriend then.
It was very low. It was just more that we could still hear noise. That's all.
But yeah, just as my brain stopped.
I am praying to her now, essentially.
You're praying
because now I feel like, I've witnessed her actually
my powers.
Yeah, like before it was more. It felt like magic and like that she has powers, but not that she was a deity. Whereas now it feels more like
I am a god.
Yeah,
okay.
Based on our recent conversation, if that makes sense.
Tanzanite, I need you to roll your death check.
Death check. I'm gonna use the die that Larissa gave me for this.
Oh, which one's
this up?
Larissa, I need you to roll a performance check.
Y'all are all really letting me down today. Oh, you didn't. Okay. Performance. 18.
Okay. That'll reduce the DC a little bit.
25.
Tanzanite, you are consumed with your thoughts with regard to the breach with Asher. And you're having these, whatever thoughts are fermenting in your head about how to talk with Asher or possibly no, there's got to be a way to resolve this. And as you're having these thoughts and considerations, you've got this cacophony of little requests that you've been ignoring, substantively ignoring. They didn't disappear when the shadows were suddenly released of their burdens, but they did diminish significantly. And it's diminished just enough that you hear one familiar voice in that cacophony of requests. And you just get this strange sense that Trixie might need you. But even as you think that, you're coming up near the base of the tower where Asher presumably went. You see lightning damage all around. You're way outside of that zone of destruction that has occurred. And you have a choice to make. Do you continue pursuing Asher?
Oh, no.
And the clearly dangerous place he's gone into? Or do you turn and run back to Trixie?
Okay. I am going to spells. Nope, that's not the name of it. Okay. I am going to I don't want to say I immediately do this, but I take like half a breath to like stop, turn around, and head to Trixie. Like head back. And as I'm running, I want to think Asher and do a sending spell as I run back and simply say, I hear Trixie in my head. She needs me. Possibly needs you too. Please come help. Talk about this soon.
So we're going to pause there because
Okay,
Asher hasn't
bye.
experienced this yet. Asher, you've come up to Nee's tower. You know how to get in. It's easy enough to get in, but you see the destruction all around. You see the damage that he's done. It seems quiet at the moment. It's been a long time since Nee had a fit of any sort. Never like this. The rocks are scorched. There are a pile of bones, luckily not humanoid at all. But it looks like some small bird ventured too near the tower at some point. And you approach the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. It's coded to you, so walking in is as simple as stepping through the stone wall. And you're within the tower, but this is where things change. You can see that a lot of experiments have been let loose. Some of them are no more annoying than just a simple flying gizmo that he picked up from the College of Artificers. But others are stranger, and you know the further up the tower you go, the stranger some of Nee's experiments became. There is one really amazing vat of never-ending brews, and why he visits the tavern kind of escaped you until you tasted it the first time and realized that it was mediocre. But it is cacophony in here. Do you continue making your way up?
I'll climb up, but I'm going to yell his name out. Like, Nate! It's Ezra!
Let me roll a perception for knee. Nope. My rolls are great today.
Oh, he's
Solid.
gone.
That's okay. I know how that feels.
Solidly low. You don't hear a response, but you do hear the automatic broom sweeping away a couple of levels above. So as you make your way up the first level, you can see some explosions have occurred. You can see what probably caused most of the lightning strikes around on the third floor as you come up to that level. It looks like what would be in any other home, little crystals hanging to display rainbows within, reflecting the light. But in Nee's home, they reflect other things into lightning. And it's clear that when Nee last went through here, Nee may have just triggered them all for fun as an expression of rage. Some of them happen to be swinging inwardly, and you can see scorch marks on the interior walls as well, almost as mirrors to those that you saw outside. Coming up on the fourth level of the tower, you are greeted by the familiar scent of the brewing machine, but it is in tatters. Clearly, Nee had a tantrum, and the auto sweepers are currently doing their best to contain the burbling booze as it tries to leak down the stairway. And that's kind of what holds you up, is that there are 3 brooms holding back a flood of suds. What do you do?
Can I just like climb through?
Yeah, you kind of just shove your way through.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh God. Natural 20.
Awesome. You don't
Which
even
is good
so much
because I have a -1 strength modifier.
you don't even so much as slip as you kind of like shove your way in between the brooms. It's almost
It's almost
fun
like I'm mad
moment
about
for-
something else and just taking it out on the brooms.
it would almost be a fun moment if you weren't so distracted to know that you can shove aside those brooms, because there's been a couple of times when Nia's used them, maybe more often when you were younger, to teach you lessons. But at this moment, you're able to push through that and sludge through the suds towards the stairwell to the 5th layer. And it's been a while since you've been up here. It's not been since before your travels. Usually Nee meets people at the tavern or on one of the lower levels. You can't quite recall what was up here last, because this is the room that always changes. This is the room where Nee does the experiments that Nee's most into in the moment. There's a door ahead of you closed, and you can hear muffled thundering.
Knock, knock.
Good idea.
The thundering stops for a moment, and you hear this rolling noise. And then you hear a knock on the other side of the door. Knock, knock.
Nee, it's Asher.
It's a moment, and then another knock, knock.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Trying to find something. Give me a second. I'm just gonna go knock and then cast knock with my second knock.
There's that loud booming knock that is audible for quite a distance, and the door just opens inwardly, and you see this barrel fly back, crash against the wall, land on the ground again, and seem to almost like if a barrel could shake its head, it's shaking its head. And It rolls towards you.
Is knee in the barrel? I would like to stop it with my foot if I can.
Yeah, you stick out your foot, and as soon as you stick out your foot, the barrel rolls up to, but not at your foot, and stops 3 inches from your foot.
Knee, are you in the barrel?
You just hear
Your
no.
response. You do not hear the response, but as you say knee, the barrel kind of like rolls back from you a little bit and orients itself to the other stairwell, going up further.
I guess I'll go that way. With
As
the
you head that way, the
animated
barrel
following
leads
me.
the
I
way a
suppose.
bit,
Okay.
kind of like rolling ahead of you, and rolls up the steps, and you get what was making that thundering noise. Because as it makes its way up each of those steps, you hear a gong, 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 gong. The barrel might be full of metal objects or something metallic, and it definitely makes a racket. And then it gets up to the door, and it bashes at the door, and immediately rolls back really fast out of control. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Guess now we know where Asher got the idea about animating all the objects he comes across for fighting.
Or Nee got it from you.
Maybe. Dirty 20.
You leap aside just in time as the barrel comes wheeling down. It bashes up against the wall on the floor, and you another cacophony of noise. And it's now even more apparent where all this thundering noises was coming from. This barrel was trying to get upstairs, and as it bashes and lands on the ground again, you can see that it's undamaged. But if barrels can emanate disappointment, this barrel is emanating that emotive sense right now.
Is the door locked at the top?
To the door now.
I would like to walk through it.
You just want to walk through the door?
Yep.
Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Hang on, I'm using the lucky punch.
Good.
Oh, I'm using another one. Oh my god. I went from a 4 to a nat 1.
Oh.
Much better. 15.
Okay, yeah. You get up to the door and you just walk through it. You almost hear a creak of frustrated disappointment as you walk through it. Like the barrel left behind is feeling very, very left out in this moment.
Aww.
And you're in a space that very few people ever see. You've seen it on occasion. It is where Nee recovers from hangovers. Soft pillows all about, bad smell, socks tucked into and underneath various things. It's not as bad as you've seen it in the past. Clearly someone has been in here recently and done some sprucing, but not terribly recently, like a month ago or so. The last time you were in here, it seemed like 3 years accumulation of stuff, but now it only looks like a few weeks accumulation of stuff.
I say, God, it smells like old feet and farts in here.
There's a crotchety groan from the middle of a pile of pillows. I should have drank more last night.
If you shoot me with lightning, I'm going to be really mad.
You sound like her.
No.
Are you throwing a hissy fit because my mom has not been around?
I screwed up. She's going to leave me.
She's been with me. You're fine.
No, it's not. That is why she left.
Why did she leave?
We weren't official. We were semi-official, and I may have exaggerated because I was so excited, and now she will never forgive me.
What? I don't know what any of that means. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, I may have said things about our relationship that weren't as far along as I indicated or implied. Let's face it, I just said it. But she said yes. And so that means we're married, right?
I think you have to have a wedding first.
Well, what's the use of fussing around with a wedding? It's so inconvenient. It takes so much time. It's annoying.
Okay.
Now she'll never want to be with me again. Your mother was the best woman I have ever known.
Oh.
You know she's not dead, right? She's actually back now. We sailed in a few hours ago.
And she probably doesn't want to see me.
I mean, if you're gonna
I
be like
should
this,
just-
probably not.
Pack up my tower and find a new land to die in.
Or hear me out. You could take a shower and then go talk to her about it.
Makes too much sense.
Definitely shower first because you smell really bad.
How dare you offend the greatest mage of our... You might be right.
You could bottle that into like an offensive spell. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I got you.
You see him kind of snap out of his like self-hatred, but roll an insight check.
7. Boo.
You're uncertain if you've snapped him into the right frame of mind. There have been many stages to the knee grieving process. Sometimes you distract with a project, and you fear that you may have distracted with a project.
Knee.
Yes, he's gathering some small bottles.
Stop it.
Now you told me to shower.
Stop it.
I will... What?
Go take a shower and go find my mom and talk to her. I'm pretty sure everything's fine. She came through a portal to the boat we were on, told me you were getting married. She didn't seem like she was leaving you. I think you're fine. I think you're not in the right frame of mind to understand what's happening here. And you need to go straighten it out.
Looking at this disheveled, greasy, small creature of an individual, hair bedraggled, unmatched clothing, looks up to you, pulling speckles out of some place you don't want to know where, shoving them up on his nose. Do you approve of this match? It's an opportunity for family.
Yeah, if I didn't approve, I would have told you so. I told you I did approve. I told you it was fine.
Roll a persuasion or a deception check. You decide which.
$32.
You have your mother's eyes. And with a slightly flatulent stench as he moves his body and releases odors that may have been trapped beneath, he gets up and he seems to be putting himself together. And just
The pillows
as
were
that's
just hiding
occurring-
all the farts.
Yes, the ode de disgusto is quite thick here. Just as that hits, you get Tanzanite's message. And you have that opportunity to reply.
I'm just going to say, I'll meet you there. That's my reply.
So short. He hates me.
And then I'm going to say,
Says
Nia,
Tanzanite as she's running.
and then I will say, Nia, I have to go. Go find my mom. Promise me.
I'll go find her, but I need someone to help me. I don't have a shower.
Go swim through the suds on the way down the stairs. I gotta go. And I'm gonna say from up here down there. If I get shot by lightning, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna like, dimension door down to as far down the road from the tower as I can. And
Yeah,
then
you
and like
bamf
run back to
out.
the.
You bamf out, and what is the distance on Dimension Door?
400 feet.
Yeah, you bamf out, and Tanzanite, as you say, like, he hates me. You see him appear ahead of you, running away from you.
And I just yell out, "How did you do that?"
I'm really fast, and then I just keep running.
Tanzanite clinking along. Clink, 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 clink. All right. In the interim, Trixie, you're in the dark, praying fervently to your friend. And the skittering has increased in noise, and then slowly the noises subside. Just a little bit.
I guess I don't know if I would have needed to clarify this. I would not have like left the jar.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You have the jar with you, sure.
Okay. I don't know if that changes things. That's why I
No,
but
just
okay.
you and a
I'm
slightly
in the
squishy
corner.
spider under the ground.
Itsy bitsy spider is in a jar.
Is there anything else you would get up to during this time? Because it would take a little bit for them to run back your way.
I would just be I
Praying
wouldn't
away to
assume
me.
yeah, I wouldn't assume that she would answer back because I don't think it's the same thing. Like I think I know at least enough about like magic, even though I don't have all that much of it myself to know that
Yeah, and you have no
that's
idea if
not what
she's
this
heard your
was.
prayer.
Right.
This is an unanswered prayer.
But I would have I would have just been straining to like listen for the sounds getting any closer to like any indication that they are moving from upstairs to downstairs.
Yeah. You don't hear anything like that, but you do hear for quite a while a lot of scrabbling up above. Tanzanite and Asher, you come upon the mushroom house, and you can tell me how
Mushroom?
far back. Mushroom.
Pumpkin.
Having mushroom issues. Pumpkin house. And you can see it is covered in spider webs. Completely obscured.
Oh boy.
One moment, please.
There are a few people out. Actually, Asher, you recognize one individual. One of the individuals you know Fawn relies on quite a bit is out front as well. They're all kind of milling about, trying to figure out what to do.
Crap. I should not have used knock at the tower because I'm running out of spells. Oh wait, no, I do have one left. Okay.
I, without waiting, send at second level a guiding bolt
At what?
at where the front door would have been under the spider webs.
Okay. Roll the stuff.
Roll the stuff. Do the thing.
Do your thing.
Okay, I'm still gonna use Trixie's die because I'm saving her.
I love it. You've attached a die to character friends.
As only a true dice goblin does.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, dirty 20.
All right, you blast and you see this guiding bolt kind of tear through a bit of the spider webbing, and then it hits something a little bit more solid. Can you roll damage?
In here.
I don't like the way they said that.
17.
It's something a little more solid.
And this was guiding bolt at 2nd level, right?
Yeah, 17.
All right. Yeah, you feel that round of holy magic hit up against the burning away the webbing a bit, and then you kind of can make out the glowing form of a door, a bit of damage around it as your guiding bolt has broken a few of the planks that make up it. You also can see a sign that previously said closed that is cloven right in half. So now it says closed.
Do I see like a handle or anything yet?
It's all kind of agglowed thanks to the mystical light that glitters off of it from your guiding bolt. You can't make out the handle. Your hit the center of the door, but you're not quite sure where that handle would be. You can kind of guess based on where you hit and what's revealed to you.
As I'm like,
Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, you're done?
I am not, but you go ahead because we're not in combat.
Okay.
So you
I'm
go
gonna
and then I'll
say, like, I'm gonna start walking towards it and be like, by the way, did I mention the spider has the emblem of your mom's religion on it? And then I like keep walking towards the door, and as I walk, I say, knock, knock, who is there? It's Asher, open the door, having a bad day. And then bang on the door with another knock spell.
Yeah. Can you go ahead and roll a spell attack for your
25.
And that's with your plus 12 spell attack?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. You use the knock spell, and what webbing was holding the sides of the door together blasts apart. Between the guiding bolt spell and your knock spell, that door just shatters into pieces of wood and such. You can also hear the breaking of bottles on the other side as various potions and tinctures shatter under the shockwave of that blast.
Oops.
And with that blast, there's a moment of light in the space that's otherwise pretty dark, and you make out a pair of very large purple eyes.
I'm going to take out a little bit of moss from my pocket and just throw it inside and cast light on whatever it hits.
Light is a touch spell, so...
Is it? I thought
so.
I just had to... Never mind. Then
So
I will... Instead, I will... Never mind. I will do... No, I do not want to go in there in the dark. I will do dancing lights instead. Okay. I will do like one big ball of light in the middle.
Yeah, you kind of send your lights and they all stay together, formed as one unit, creating a big bright space. And you hear a hissing sort of sound, but it's insectoid or, well, in this case, arachnid in tenor. And a ton of little spiders scatter across the floor, and the light, as you look up, is on a spider that is hanging from the ceiling that is 3 times your size. Who knows how it got in here?
I'll be like, Trixie, where are you?
Trixie, roll a perception check.
13 plus 22.
Awesome. You heard the blast, and then you hear the faint Trixie of Asher, your friend.
I'm just going to scream, down here! Look out for spiders!
As she screams, look out for spiders, Asher, I would just like you to roll a perception check since you're in there. Tanzanite, I also need you to roll a perception check because you're outside.
Actually, I didn't technically go in. I'm like in the doorway, I would say, or just outside the doorway.
Okay. Well, I think you'd still be able to see somewhat. That'll change the DC a little bit. on
And
what
you
see.
said perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perception is 19.
Okay.
That
Apparently
was just a
good.
great noise.
28.
Woo!
Well, that's awesome because Tanzanite, you see another large spider descending from a tree overhead towards the people that are around you. You haven't seen the one within, but you can see Asher looking within, and this large spider seems to be almost headed in his direction. Asher, what you see within is this enormous spider, as well as just swarms and swarms of smaller spiders all over the place. The one area that they're leaving clear being the trapdoor to below.
I'm going to say, Trixie, get down on the floor. No?
I kind of want to say I already am, but like,
I mean, like down, like, yeah. Anyway. And then I'm going to say, a long time ago in a battle far away, I saw Need do. Actually, I need the role playing moment here. Okay.
Long
Sorry.
time ago.
A long time ago in a battle far away, I saw Knee do this. I'm going to go like this, and like little sparks are going to come out. I'm like, when you spend some time observing big red dragons, you learn to do this. And then like a little, like a lighter kind of pops up. I'm like, come on now, Asher. You're about out of time. Cast fucking fireball. And I'm just going to throw a fireball into the doorway.
The first fireball.
Let's
So
say
this is fireball, and at what level?
it will be 5th level because
Oh.
I am out of 4th level slots. I have almost no slots left.
All right. So this will be fun.
that's one way to put it.
I don't think a 16 escapes. What is your spell DC?
Spell DC.
My spell attack, you mean, or
No, your save DC.
oh, it's 20.
Okay. So they didn't make it, but they didn't make it. They made it. Okay. So you Tanzanite see.
I don't know if I take any damage. I assume this is gonna like blow me backwards out of the doorway where I was standing, but I probably take a little damage.
Well,
also.
I'm. You tell me this. Off to the left, furthest distance from you, is that trapdoor that you know goes down below. Otherwise, it's a very small space, maybe 15 feet across total. Do you aim for that back wall?
Yeah, I will aim for like probably away from the trapdoor as much as I can and like up so that it doesn't like blow through the floor.
Okay. This is awesome. I always love fireball. Miss fireball. Okay.
There's the damage.
I need you to roll. You roll damage.
34.
Which,
Ooh.
yeah, that. And I also need you to roll it double because of the nature of this building.
Oh no.
Roll it
Very-
double. You mean roll damage again?
Yeah.
Very small space.
27 on the second one.
Sorry, Tanzanite. I think you're about to lose your lease.
You're standing at the front of the door, and as a large spider is descending towards you from Tanzanite's perspective, an incandescent glow blasts you back. I need you to roll a dexterity save, kind of against your own spell.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not good. Saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, good. 16. Good.
Okay,
My
so
saving
you're
throw
gonna
is way
take-
better than my dex bonus.
You're taking the same damage. You're only taking the first roll of damage. You're not taking the second roll of damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Trixie, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Your DC is a little bit lower, just based on what he described for the aiming of the ball and everything like that, and it having to burn through some stuff. But it's also, you are faced with the possible issue of the chemicals that are in this building.
Mhm.
It is an apothecary shop.
Just a deck save.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, you just beat the lower level DC that I had for that, so that's safe. So you're only going to take half the damage.
Of what he rolled. Or no.
Yes, of what he
Okay.
rolled. The spiders are taking it all.
The
except for the one that's
spiders
descending from on
take it
high.
all.
And Tanzanite, you just watch as the pumpkin house becomes a jack-o'-lantern for a moment and then is just sheathed in flames in all directions. And you watch Asher blasted back, trip over himself a little bit, a little smoke coming from his clothes, but relatively, in the grand scheme of things,
Minorly scathed.
minor damage to Asher overall.
One might say about 1/3 damage.
But what you do see is that incandescent moment of the pumpkin house and the shrieks of shadows, and then the continued explosions long after the fireball began, as every flammable substance within the pumpkin house finds its heat tolerance broached eventually, and they explode. And flaming balls of various alchemical compounds, potions, etc., start flying off into the slums that surround this space. And now there is a city fire to face and a giant spider still up above where Asher stood before, coming much quicker as its webbing was burnt away as it falls to the ground. Tanzanite, what are you doing?
I am. Okay, first question.
Your friend is within that space, possibly.
Yeah, inside of that space, is it lit up from all the fire?
Yes.
Okay, so
Very
then
much so. Very
I
hot.
am going to.
Magical kaboom.
All right. I am going to. What is next to the pumpkin house? Other houses?
It's the less well-off folk of the city who have been relocated here. Many are the more recent refugees. It's a little bit of a combination of, like I described before, the stacked kind of apartment situation, a little bit more like a favela than well plotted out spaces. The best looking building in this space was the pumpkin house and a few other buildings that existed pre the catastrophes that have occurred. You can kind of make them out beneath the ramshackle shelters that exist, but most things are made of canvas or easily found and procured materials that are stretched between framing objects. This place is catching fire quite quickly.
I am going to. Basically, is there like a roof next to the pumpkin house?
I mean, yeah, the ones that the spies were using before.
Okay.
But they're on fire.
Oh, they're also on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm just simply going to take my endless decanter of water, open it, and start running around.
Can you roll your wisdom saving throw doing good things for people? This will count as 2, one way or the other.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're using this
21.
super special water on behalf of other people.
21.
Your connection with the people. How many did we have in that? Did we have any moments already? We had 1. That's 3. You are connecting to the common people.
Oh, right. This is like your counter for like
you
breaking through
feel
your classism. I forgot
for
about this.
This act of using the most holiest of holy waters to put out a fire to protect those who are impoverished is you being one of the people. I think you take 60 psychic damage, but I...
All right. Do I?
No.
Oh.
I would like you
bring
to
it on.
roll a dexterity check to see how much of a spread you're getting from this endless decanter. We already know you can make it flood pretty much at this point.
I'm so sorry. A dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity check, just to see how well you're spraying it around.
So that would mean...
How good you're playing firefighter.
But what do I like add and whatnot?
Oh, a dex, just your dex modifier.
It's just your dex modifier.
Whatever the plus
okay.
whatever.
If I remember, it's like a +3.
It is. No. So I'm really, really well. 16, 17, 18, 19.
She says as she jinxes it.
You are containing the fire where people join you because through this act, you have connected with the people and people see you as a leader for protecting themselves. And you are working side by side with commoners, not just commoners, poor commoners. Your classism erodes a little with each fire put out. Trixie, you're underground and the ceiling is lava.
Well, isn't it good that I'm on the floor then?
There are the shadows are banished. You can see this space. There looks like there might have been an altar in one location, but without the shadows, it just seems to be like a few stones laid up against one another. You see some symbolism and a book laying there. The individual you dragged down here is a little scorched from flame that has dropped on them. But it's you, this individual, and a book on an altar.
I'm gonna.
You hear the pop and explosions of potions blowing up above you.
What's the floor situation like? Is it like just dirt?
Like rough stone and dirt.
Is there a spot?
Big unfinished basement.
Is there a spot for me to like dig? Or at least to get to like loosen up the dirt?
Roll a perception check, but keep in mind that you're under a flaming ceiling.
I mean, I would have, when I had the opportunity, I would have put my goggles on. So this is in terms of being able to see, or what do you mean?
No. The goggles will not be helpful now that the ceiling's on fire. I'm saying that you're under a flaming ceiling that is falling apart.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know.
Okay. This is a rush.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Okay. So yeah, you do spot a corner where the stone seems free and that there's loose soil of sorts below that.
Okay. I am going to take I don't even know if I have any like a random cloak or something left. I guess no, I can't do that. Any sort of cloth I may have. I'm trying to think of like the best way to do this. Or I don't know. I have such very few things in my inventory. Okay, I would like to do two things. I would like to somehow cover the person who's recovering's face, like turn their face to the side away from that corner and like cover their face or protect their face. You know what? I'm going to take the book that I have.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I can think of at this point. And I'm going to cover it so that they can still breathe, but like that their face is covered. I am going to go and snatch the other book off the altar.
Okay.
And stick it in my bag. And then I am going to go and I'm going to shovel and I'm going to furiously try to shovel dirt on top of the other person so that they stop getting burnt.
Okay, so
but not in an effort to like bury them, but just to like cover them as protection, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so as you're doing that, you are still exposed to the flames that are dripping down.
Yes, but hopefully I am at least conscious enough to I if I get singed, yeah,
you take 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
To get them adequately covered. Asher, you've been blasted back by your own fireball, obliterating, as far as you can tell, all the spiders within. But as you're blasted back, you see one last spider fall and crash on the ground in front of you. Tanzanite and all of the onlookers seem to be running about trying to put out the additional fires. So it's you face to face with this clearly enraged spider, giant spider monster. Exactly. Full on. What are you up to?
I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Okay, go ahead and
How
roll
far
the
away?
attack.
How far away is it?
It is less than 15 feet away from you.
That is unfortunate. I will shoot it in the face with disadvantage. I think is the that's the rule, right? If it's too close, disadvantage. Okay. And that one.
Oh no!
Your gun jams. Click, click.
Shit. I will cast. What's around me?
Rubble, small lean-tos and tents.
Okay.
All kind of ragged and poorly put together. Nothing solid, but there's materials all about you. Flaming pumpkin shards.
This is the worst version of Cinderella I've ever heard.
All right. So I'm going to, whatever the biggest piece of rubble is around me, I'm going to say, animate rubble, hit this spider in the face. A little help here. And I'm just going to like force slam this piece of rubble into the spider.
Yeah.
With my
what might have one point been like possibly the scaffolding for a different build project repurposed as a temporary shelter lights up and swings and does the slam attack. Roll the slam attack, please.
19 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll damage.
I forget what this is. Do 10 plus.
It just hits, by the way.
Boo. 7 damage.
It scrapes across the abdomen at the back, and you can see the spider takes that hit. It's kind of a less than You know it's capable, but also that's what rigging does. Ad hoc options in these moments. And now I'm going to have everybody just roll initiative.
15.
There are 3 objectives that I'm aware of.
Oh, wait, 16, sorry.
Okay. Containing the fire.
No.
Getting out from underneath.
You're stuck in the basement, so I guess that makes sense narratively.
And so containing the fire, Trixie getting out, and this giant spider that is preying on. So you decide how you're going to use your turn and what you're going to do during those spaces. I'm going to really quickly just pull up my list again because I will lose track if I don't do this. All right. Ouch. Go in paper. Asher. What was your number again?
15.
Okay. Tanzanite, what was yours?
19.
Okay. And
Trixie nat 1.
Yeah, Trixie. Keep it
Sorry.
positive.
I was gonna say I gotta keep it interesting, right?
yeah, death is no big deal.
Death is not the end.
You can hang out with me.
Except you're supposed to help me cross over.
It could just take you a really, really long time.
Tanzanite, you've been trying to put out these fires. There are people trying to help you as well. You're the only source of the water at this point. And you as you're trying to put out a fire, you see that spider has landed and is in close proximity to and engaging with Asher. Your friend Trixie is somewhere in this flaming rubble. What are you going to do?
I want to. And let me know if you'll let me do this as like a free action because I want to use my bonus action for something. I basically want to say to someone who is around me, keep the flames down, get more help. I will be right back. And I want to use my movement, dash, and bonus things, all those things. And I'm going to try to run to Trixie.
You're going to try to run to the center of the burning building.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna run into the flaming pumpkin?
Mm-hmm. I am.
Okay. First, let's just roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you're able to get through with however much damage you get through with.
Ever wondered if you were French? She literally rushed into a burning building to save you.
This was not my intention.
Not 20.
Oh!
Okay. So you're going to
And
take
then-
half damage from fire.
And then whatever the dexterity plus 3. So tell me what I take. Give it to me. I have been prayed to. I must get to her.
You take 30 points of fire damage.
Fine.
That's half of the 61 you would have taken.
I'm just running. I'm running to the door.
Half rounds up, doesn't it? So would it be 31?
Oh, it would be 31 points of damage.
Sorry,
It rolls up.
sorry,
Yeah,
Jess.
that's sorry. Jess, 31 points
That's
of damage.
fine.
Only because we
Yes,
keep
yes.
messing that rule up, so I'm just trying to.
I keep
yeah.
doing it because I'm always like, I don't want people to die. And you not 20'd, so it didn't really benefit you towards the avoiding of flame so much as you just getting there.
Mhm.
And you are able to get to the place where you think the trapdoor was. It is currently covered in burning pumpkin parts. There are bottles and vials exploding around you. You are still under cover of parts of the pumpkin building that are slowly collapsing in smoldering pieces. You know that there was a second floor over you, so there's a lot of level to this pumpkin building that could still collapse and burn. And you're looking around for this trapdoor, which will happen on your next turn because you
Great.
used everything to get there.
Yep.
Asher, what are you up to? You've got a spider facing you, people throwing water on fires all over the place. And you may or may not have seen Tanzanite just go running into a burning building.
Maybe I should just take Andy's advice. Tell the spider a joke. Okay, no.
I think
All right.
saved him the-
I am going to. Asher's going to realize after shooting that big pew pew fireball that he can do a smaller pew pew fireball. Where is it? There we go. I'm going to shoot a firebolt at the spider. Just like hold up one hand and.
Okay, yeah. If fire doesn't succeed at first, fire will succeed eventually. So roll
It's
the attack.
fine.
I think
A bunch of people aren't trying to put out fire.
I mean, this one's not as explodey as the. Let's see here.
Okay.
Seriously, 16. 16 missed, isn't it?
16 does not hit.
Boo.
So it goes arcing off into the distance.
Probably lights up some other shit. Oops.
Or on something else. I don't. I think.
I hope it would at least go out if I didn't. If I miss my target, then it'll go out. Maybe not. So what I get for using the digital dice, they screw me every time. I shouldn't even do that.
I think. Yeah, you just hurled that mode of fire. I don't think these are the type that can catch other things on fire, but I'm not sure.
You hurl a modifier at a creature or object within range. Make a
Yeah.
ranged spell attack. Blah blah. One on a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Yeah, you caught something else on fire.
Shit.
Cool.
I'll be like,
yeah.
sorry, and then just hit it again with the animated object.
Roll that damage. Roll the attack, I mean.
Oh, come on, stop. 27.
That hits. Roll the damage.
God damn it. 6 damage.
The spider makes some strange.
It should be dead. I just keep missing.
So it keeps getting hit. And yeah, that takes us to the spider's turn. The spider's going to try to. It's going to try to eat an Asher.
Kill me, bro.
So
I'm gonna scramble back out of,
Still
or as far
opportunity
back,
attack
like
then.
as far back as I can. Oh, well, was it close enough for that opportunity attack?
you don't know how far a spider can reach.
Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna scramble back like my full range of motion that I can. I think I'm still
Okay.
laying down. I don't think I ever got up. So whatever that is.
Well, FYI, it rolled in that one on the opportunity attack, so that didn't happen. Just missed and slipped in a pool of its own ooh or something, or
It's fine. Ooh.
its own ooh. Yeah. So it tries to scramble towards you, using its movement to scramble towards you, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to try to make a biting attack. You've drawn it away from the center of action, though, which has made people feel a little bit more emboldened to try to put out this fire. So does a 27 hit?
What do you think?
Okay, it hits. So you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage.
I'm poisoned.
It is going to use its bonus action to try to grapple you. So it tries to, you can kind of see its spinneret start going and its little butt shoots forward for a second and it shoots a bunch of webbing at you. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Wait. Yeah, 15.
15, yeah.
Wait, no. Sorry. 18.
Okay,
It was a 9 out of 6. My bad.
Much better. You just managed to dodge to the side as you've kind of scrambled backwards, and its butt does some sort of strange. You see webbing splatter against the stone where you just were. That takes us to Trixie. You are below. You've successfully, temporarily protected the person below you. Fire is dripping and falling parts are dripping and falling. What are you going to do, Trixie?
FYI, we should take a break if we're going to take it, just because Jess has a hard stop at 6.
Yeah.
So
I'm just for a free action. I'm gonna yell, and can anybody hear me? And see if any of my friends at least answer to see if I can locate where they are.
Tanzanite, I'm fairly sure even over the roar of the flames that you hear her, so you could respond in that second. But you're muted, and we'll catch up to this in a second. But I think we should take advantage of the break and come back at the hour, or do we need more time? I don't know what's going on for folks. So
At least 5 after, just because it'll take me a little bit longer to walk the dogs in that.
We will be back 5 after the hour.
Great.
Then.
Okay.
See y'all then.
No, you may. Bye.
Maybe bye.
Okay, bye.
Button's all wrong. Somebody hit the sound. And we're back
Hello.
with the star of the show.
Me. Oh,
Yes,
hello.
of course.
Hi, friends.
Hey, you have you've created a beautiful commercial here,
I have.
and then you made it hard on yourself.
I haven't done one in a little while, but yeah, I did make it hard on myself because I'm dumb and made it kind of tongue twistery. But we'll see. Lewis is still walking the dogs, so we'll see if this gets interrupted by a screaming, barking dog as they come back in.
That'd be awesome.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you easily distracted? Do you forget your mead or ale in the other room until it's warm and undrinkable? Perhaps you pass out a lot and your drink is warm by the time you wake up. Or maybe you prefer to get 2 drinks at once and your backup drink is always piss warm by the time you take the first sip. The Grand's brand product development team is drunk pretty much all the time. So we totally get it. And that's why our scientists and wizards have combined their efforts to create Grand's Boozy Koozie. Grand's Boozy Koozie can instantly chill any drink to the perfect temperature for imbibing. It also immediately adjusts its size to fit any container. Jimmy from sales passed out on the couch and we put his hand inside a Boozy Koozie and he instantly got hypothermia and nearly died. That's how well it works. Honestly, we got way too wasted testing this one, so the designs are a little bit limited. It's available in an array of colors, and you can fully customize it for your business or brand by scribbling out the Grand's brand logo with a marker and just drawing your own stuff on it. If you like to do the Watoozie and drink in the jacuzzi until you're woozy, but you're choosy about your koozie, then this one is a doozy. If you get one for your friend Susie, the one your mom thinks is a bit of a floozy because she's too schmoozy, then go for it. But that's the end of the commercial. Thank you.
Yay! So
I
good.
think that goes really well with the.
I just realized I did not wrap up the end of it after I did all that stuff. I was like, we started to go live and I forgot. So.
Oh, no.
I liked it just kind of ending. I was like, and that's that. Okay.
That was solid. It was very
I thought that was a choice.
Fortunately,
it worked for that particular commercial.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all back, just waiting for a second so that our dog walking friend can be here. How was the walk in your breath of outdoors?
Well, cold makes my asthma kick in, so.
Hey, Riz, the product for your idea was Grand's Brand's Boozy Koozie. I can show you the commercial later.
Nice.
I feel like it pairs well with the other product that's name always escapes me. That is the hangover cure one.
Oh.
That was
I have to. I literally have to look at what I sent you. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I was trying to find it while
Muggums, something.
It was.
Did I send it into the group? I don't know where I sent it. Muggums magical malady mitigating medalla of many medicines.
Oh yeah, the schmoozy boozy koozie and the mum. They work well.
Sorry.
It's both of those are only things you can say when you're slightly inebriated, so that works perfectly. All right. Welcome back.
How often do you get to use the word Watoozie in a sentence? Come on.
I know.
It's apparently a dance from the 1960s.
Yeah.
That I've never heard
Do
of.
the Watoozie with my little Lucy.
Just as our
Never
dancer, she would
Watuzied
know. I
before,
have no
apparently.
idea. I feel like they probably teach it in the Dirty Dancing class or something. But
Jess definitely knows it because she got all the fun dance moves. How is it, Jess, that you got all the fun dances? Like, it's just not fair. All right, so last we left off, it was Trixie, right?
I think so. I was calling
she just
out.
Called out, and Tanzanite, you have the chance to respond if you would like to as a free action.
I did. I said, I heard you. I'm here.
Can I pinpoint where that is?
Sure. let's roll a perception check, and this would be your action to kind of like audio orientate.
Okay. I had something else I was gonna want. I actually wanted to do, but perception.
Well, you would at least know that somebody was above you at this point, so you don't have to do that perception check if you don't want to.
Well, it's not that. Hang on. Let me. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't use that as it's not a bonus action. Okay. Perception is 23.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to math for a second.
Yeah, you have a vague sense of the space that Tanzanite is in. It is actually right above where you've kind of protected your still unconscious companion.
Okay. Then I am going to go over and to him and basically touch him, like put my hands on him and kind of additionally shield him and wait for my next turn.
Okay. As it goes on, the building begins to crumble even more, and of course that has damage associated with it. So Tanzanite, as you're in the building, Trixie, as you're in the building, unconscious dude, because you're in the building, you all take oh, he's gone unconscious again. 18 points of either falling rubble, burning damage, mix of all the above.
18, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
All
You're
right.
just going to have to wait for dinner until after.
So as the building starts to crumble even more, we come back up to the top of the order. Tanzanite, what do you do?
I want to. Gosh, this is so hard because Jessica doesn't want to do this, but Tanzanite's just so happy that her friend prayed to her. I'm gonna.
Desperate times.
Basically, for my action, I'm hoping.
They're wrestling.
It's adorable. It's so adorable.
I want to go to where. Well, I'm already at where I think the door is, so I want to open the trap door.
Okay. So
And
you're playing in fire. So yeah, you reach up to this trap door, pulling it open, scorching
Yep.
yourself the whole time.
Yep. And I'm just gonna yell down and be like, "I heard you. Let's go." And then I don't know if I can, but as a bonus action, start going like this with my water.
Okay. Okay. So getting yourself to that position and wrenching open the trap door. Can you just roll a strength check on that while I roll ouchie fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Ouchie fingers.
Come on, no, keep using you, because this is for her.
Is that another natural 20?
It's not a nat 20, but it's
Oh.
still good.
Still
Okay.
very good. Okay. Sorry.
Where is? Oh, it'd help if I was. Wait. Here we go. +1, so 17.
Okay. So you wrench open the door, and then your fingers just there's been spilled flammable potion all over stuff. It's hot and burning. You take 10 points of additional fire damage in the process of all of this, with everything falling around you and everything. And then you begin whipping water around you from the decanter.
Yep.
Which I will use to take away 2 of the d6s that I've been rolling for the generic building damage for anybody who's in the influence of your whippy water,
Good.
which
All
is
I can think of
5-foot radius sort of thing.
all I can think of is Hocus Pocus when they're in the graveyard at the end, she's got the salt and she just goes like this and then she's
That's honestly what I was like. It's whippy water. It's
That or that flower in the 90s that would just go like this and shoot water in the yard.
Oh,
Those.
that you would put on the hose.
Yeah. Those flower that.
I love it.
whippy water flower. I gotta look that up later.
Oh my god, I used to have one and it was my favorite thing.
All right. So Asher, unless Tanzanite, you have anything else you're gonna do?
No.
Asher, you're in a spider face-off, a fang-off. You're just to the side of its fangs where it last tried to abdomen slap you with some webbing. What are you up to?
I am going to write a haiku real quick for a spell that I don't have haikus for yet.
Ooh, it's a new spell.
A new spell.
Dun dun dun.
Quite the dun dun dun.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
It's Asher's haiku of Hakutery, the grandest spell of all. I think we should rename some of these spells just based on Asher being the caster of them. Like,
What do you mean?
just like Asher's Raised Dead would be poems that poetic on life or something, or teleportation circle would be poems and around.
Okay. I'm going to say, oh shit, maybe I can't do this. Would I have ruby dust worth 1,500 gold on me?
I mean, I think it with like the last thing,
Dragon Horde
you
Hall.
would have held back some if you want to. I know you held some money. You could
Okay.
convert that over to that if you want it to be.
Here's what I'm going to do for role-playing purposes.
Okay.
I'm going to take a pocket out of my ruby. I'm going to take a ruby out of my pocket. I'm going to set it on the ground. The piece of rubble is going to fly over and smash it into dust. And then I'm going to say, you were found guilty. Consider yourself in jail. Stay right where you are. And I'm going to cast Force Cage on the spider.
Awesome. I like it. I think this should all happen.
A mobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical force springs into existence around an area you choose within range. So I made it.
Is it solid or a cage?
Let's go with solid box so that it does not
Another
spit anything at
slender
me.
Spider. Is it alive? Is it dead?
I totally forgot you called it last time. Sorry.
It lost its charisma saving throw, so it is entrapped.
Okay. Now we don't have to find out if Tanzanite will bring me back.
Bless
or not, 'cause that
you.
was looking good.
I am allergic to my spider being caught. That's
Although last time we could have put a spider in a container, it didn't go well. So
so this larger spider has been encaged in this arcane energy, and it's trapped. Cool.
New spells.
Cool.
Can't leave it by any non-magical means. If it tries to teleport or plane or travel to leave the cage, it has to make a charisma saving throw. If it succeeds, the creature can use that magic to exit the cage. On a failure, the creature can't exit the cage and waste the use of the effect. And it also extends to ethereal plane, ethereal
Ooh.
travel.
And it can't be dispelled.
Yeah, it can't be dispelled by dispel.
Nice.
magic.
This is a fun spell.
It is a very fun spell.
I always try to
Plus,
pick my
now-
spells like based on role playing stuff, and like Asher was always trying to make a cage appear and drop on someone. So that's why I picked this one.
Ever since his encounter with a certain someone way back when. Love it. All right. So, yeah, you've trapped the spider and you're running off to do what? movement and bonus action being still available to you.
I will.
OP.
I'll use my bonus action to smash the ruby. I think because
Okay,
unless
sure.
unless you don't want to count
Yeah,
that.
no. I like that. I like that flavor and touch.
So I guess I will go back towards the pumpkin house to try to help if I can, but I don't think I can get there all the way.
Okay, yeah, you can get at least right to the edge of the house. Are you going into the framing of this burning?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Spider is going to try to escape. Spider does not escape. This is pretty straightforward for the spider right now. So Trixie, it's your turn.
Okay, now that I have a better idea of where Tanzanite is, I am going to finally try to use my blink to essentially just go straight up or to where I think Tanzanite is on the other side.
Are you bringing Jan?
Yeah, that's why I'm holding on to him. I don't know.
The door is open.
And you have the
door is open? Oh, I didn't realize I missed that
door.
part.
She burnt her fingers off to do it, but yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus.
But yeah, you can blink on up there. You have the book that was on the altar. You have him. The book that was on his head. Little toasty, little burns and spots. And yourself, and you are going to blink up there. I would like you to roll a wild magic, you know what, for your
don't I get one free use?
You get one free use a day, yeah.
Thank you.
I want you to roll it 'cause it's fun.
It is fun, but at the same time, like there was a reason I was saving it until now.
You have been holding on to it for a while.
I know. I know you were like, just blink, damn it.
Blink it,
I know you were thinking it, but
blink
I was trying to be reserved.
So
for that reason.
Blink. Bloop.
Yes.
And you are right up next to you choose to appear right next to Tanzanite?
Yes.
Okay, you're right there. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna like cover the dude's head still and be like, are they gone? And then I'm gonna see the fire and I'm gonna be like
spider corpses, an entire building on flame, potions burning, the floor above you burning through, the flames now doing that swirly thing that they do when they're burning through a layer.
Okay, and now I'm gonna see the fire and I'm gonna panic.
And you're gonna
I'm gonna hold I'm gonna hold my action because that was my action. But I'm gonna grab Tanzanite's hand. I'm gonna hold my action until my next turn, and then I'm gonna try to blink us out of there unless she does something in between.
You're just leaving the other guy in the fire?
No, I'm holding onto him too with my other hand.
You can blink with more than one person? That's cool.
I don't know.
Shall see.
I also don't know if I'm gonna be able to blink again. I may turn blue. Maybe everyone will turn blue who's touching me. I don't know.
I would love for okay, that was Trixie's turn. So
yes.
Tanzanite's doing the water flower, which gives you only 2 of these dice. So, but that was a high roll. So you both take 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. Chip.
Tanzanite and Trixie.
Right.
And we're back up to the top. Tanzanite, your friend has just blinked up to you.
Oh, Jesus.
You're doing the water spillage thing. More things have collapsed. Some of them got through, but it's a lot less. Your water being an effective shield of sorts against all of this. So you took slightly less of a hit this time. Less of the garbage getting through to burn on you and your friend Trixie and this figure that you know to be the person who is being revived.
Mm-hmm.
You do see your book of the shadow in Trixie's possession, the one that your acolytes were putting together for you.
Okay. Um.
It's very tortured.
I'm gonna just. I'm gonna. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
And
Well,
we're
if
back
you
to
want to
wrestling.
keep the sprinkler, you will have to use either an action or a bonus action to continue the sprinkler if you want to maintain that, and then you can figure out the rest that you want to do.
I'm gonna.
The doorway, by the way, has collapsed, and there's just burning pumpkin debris all over that at this point. You can barely make out Asher beyond the debris.
I'm going to bonus action just keep sprinkling and hold Misty Step to figure out until can I just say until I know what Trixie's plan is? Because Jessica knows what her plan is, but
Sure.
then that.
I like that plan. That sounds like fun. Asher, what are you doing?
That was dumb. I knew I thought of. Never mind. Continue. I've already said it.
Let's be blue together.
Asher's muted, so I'm waiting for him to have a chance to unmute. But
Hello. I'm going to say, listen to my words. They're cheaper than surgery, though not less painful. I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at the 8th
Ooh.
level because I'm running out of spell slots.
okay,
So
8th level mass cure wounds.
35 health for everybody.
Mm.
Plus the other guy. Let's see, I can do how many?
Yeah, you bring him back to unconsciousness.
Or
Normal
maybe a couple
unconsciousness.
peasants if anybody else like burned their fingies while they were putting out fires.
Yeah, I'm
Fingers.
sure that there are a few people who just suddenly felt a little bit better and a little bit more emboldened in their fire duties just from that. I haven't really turned our virtual camera to that stuff, but they have been working to continue to put out the fire. Although you can tell that they're less effective without their patron of
Never-ending water.
water. Some gentle complaints about the rich always leaving at the moment when things were just getting good, but
How rude.
breaks Tanzanite's heart as she starts to resonate with her people.
And then I will use my bonus action. I would like my rubble to. Is it like dirt or is it like pavement out here, the street?
The street is kind of a mix of dirt and cobblestones placed where someone could afford at one point to put cobbles, but it's not well laid out. It's a hot mess of
My animated rubble is going to try to like scoop up dirt and like dump it all over the fire, over the burning house to try to put it out.
the pumpkin house or the other buildings that are catching
Good Lord,
fire?
there's other buildings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it from spreading. How's that?
Okay. So you're doing a little bit of a burn circle protection thing going on. Awesome. Sounds great. Is that all you're doing?
I'm out of stuff, so yes.
Beautiful. All right. The spider is going to try once again to get out, but it's probably going to fail. It fails. Trixie, what are you doing?
I am going to look
Fire
at
burning all around you.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Tanzanite, and I'm
She's
going to
playing
tighten
sprinkler.
my. Okay, so since she's doing that, I guess I'm just going to like grab around her leg since her hands are busy, and I'm going to just say, "I hope this works," and I'm just going to try to blink again.
Okay. As you feel
Would
the
you
mounting
just-
magic,
She's giving you good
Tanzanite.
luck.
you feel that she's doing something Trixie, where are you picturing yourself? And Tanzanite, I just need you to roll a d6.
Okay.
And Trixie, I would like you to roll a d6.
Okay.
And this is going to be the best thing ever.
Um. Well, and then I still need to roll my d10 then too. Also,
You will in a second.
Okay.
But first, I need you to roll a d6.
In terms of picturing where we're going, I'm picturing like the front of the pumpkin house, like as we were looking at it, so far enough away that we were at least
Okay.
able to look at it.
Beautiful. Tanzanite, what'd you get for your d6?
A 5.
Okay. Trixie, what'd you get for your d6?
A 3.
So you did not get the same number, so you didn't end up picturing the same thing.
Oh no.
Trixie, go ahead and roll your wild magic table.
Okay. Where's my d10?
And I need you to roll it 3 times for the 3 people.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Am I designating who's first?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to go in alphabetical order, and the person is going to be S for stranger.
STT.
STATR.
They are frightened of the nearest creature until the end of their next turn.
Okay, so they're unconscious still, but
Yeah.
not in the dead way. So
Yeah.
they're currently afraid of Asher. But they're not aware of that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Tanzanite's next. I love how the dice just gets thrown under the table.
No, it just I had my hands too loose. That's a success. That's a 5.
Okay.
All right. Just give me one more odd number, please.
Tanzanite, your synthesis was off.
To the 7. Oh.
And you appear in front of Asher, and there's this delayed moment. And you kind of feel the mist swathing you. And normally it shouldn't be possible for multiple people to teleport in this way, but you kind of got in sync enough with Trixie. But you can tell that there was a jerking happening as you were teleported to that spot. And something crazy was happening with Trixie's teleport. But yours stabilized hers a little bit and allowed for 3 to travel forward successfully. And as that kind of synchronicity occurred, even though you were off in the wrong direction, so I couldn't give you like a freebie one, you both appear one after another in front of Asher. And you see a little cage of such and such behind you. And just as you're kind of like all taking this in, you see a bunch of individuals running up, and they begin screaming unintelligibly to you. But as they run up screaming, you see streams of ice and water launching from their hands as low-level magic users from the mage school begin to put out the fire. It took them quite a while to get here because, of course, this is not the affluent neighborhood. And Tanzanite, with your recent experiences and your connections to the common people, that hurts a little. Your heart twinges, and it's an uncomfortable feeling to have the Grinch's heart grew. It's an uncomfortable feeling to have feeling for people.
Ew.
And
Somehow
even
you
as
gave
those-
up humanity but got empathy. I don't.
slowly, a little bit of both. And it's not too much long after that, kind of you're all getting shoved to the side when some folks from the competing school for magic, the folk who work with machinery and old sciences to try to create their inventions, but also have begun infusing it with magic, come up in a really strange contraption. hoses splaying all about, and it truly is like the endless water supply, because there doesn't appear to be a tank, but they're spraying all over the place kind of haphazardly and without uniformity. And eventually the area you're in is soaking wet and the fires are out. I would like to ask the three of you, given that there's a cage as well to deal with a spider within, are you trying to go under the radar in this moment, or are you attracting your normal attention?
I feel like there's still too much to do to try to hide.
Yeah. I think we're just in it now.
Sorry, my desk dropped.
I do know I would like to cast mending and fix my gun if I can do that, because it jammed.
Yeah, I mean, cleaning out a jam is usually just a bonus action for you anyways, but go ahead and just roll a, what is it called again? Intelligence check, just to make sure you know what how bad the jam is. And now that you have downtime, plus with mending, you can roll that with advantage.
Natural 20. Thanks for the advantage.
You pop it in a way, and I want you to note this down somewhere. You've figured out a trick, so the next time you roll a natural 1, and only for the next time you roll a natural 1, you can pop it back into place automatically without using a bonus action or other thing to correct that repair, because you've just figured out one little trick.
Hey.
So next natural 1 on your gun will be a freebie fix it.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Trixie, Tanzanite, Asher. Fires are mostly out. People are still working on them. You can tell that there are folks from what used to be the guards coming about to try to figure out what was going on. A lot of people are being interviewed, but right now you're being left alone. People are covered in soot. Nobody's quite easily recognizable that is here, and so nobody has quite come up to approach you all, interrogate you about what has happened. Most of the folk here seem to have been engaged in fighting the fire and weren't necessarily paying attention.
The big spiders in that box. What should I? Do we want to kill it, or what should we do? I can't hold the box forever.
I'm going to check on the spider that I had. Is it still alive, or was it? Did I kill it with the other thing? I don't know. It was twitching.
Looks dead. It looks like at some point it ceased to function, but it could be plain dead. So I would like you to do an animal handling check.
I don't remember what my animal handling is. Oh, pleasant surprise. 19.
For the first moment when you are glancing at it, you're going, oh God, it looks rough. It looks dead. Then you see one of its beady little purple eyes twitch.
Well, we still got this one. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
Also, in your careful look at it, you do recognize that symbol used to be the one that Tanzanite had on her way, way back in the day, had on her gear.
Hey, isn't it Tanzanite? Look it.
Yep. Asher already told me.
In the rudest way possible.
And
so,
Tanzanite, it looks like the symbol, not just the symbol that you knew for the order, but it looks like your mother's personal interpretation of that symbol.
Yep.
I
need to call my mom. Gotta call my mom.
Okay. Do we need either of them?
Probably.
Well, this
Maybe
one
the
definitely
smaller.
Yeah, this one seems a little bit more portable.
Yeah.
Tanzanite these look really creepy to you. Like repugnantly creepy.
Yeah.
There's spider fear, and then there's whatever these are.
I'm gonna just casually take Trixie's tail and try to wrap it around the around the jar to like hide it. Be like, all right, so you hold on to that.
You're like hiding it with her fluff.
Yep.
I know you don't have one, and so you may not be aware of such things, but it's generally considered rude to touch one's tail without asking the owner of said tail.
Noted. And I continue. I head to the big box.
And I just unwrap and I put the jar in my, make sure it's sealed, and I put it in my bag.
All right.
And I just shake my head a little.
Hey, she's not perfect yet. All right.
Noted.
All right, Asher, it's your box. Tanzanite.
Are you ready?
For
Cast
what?
whatever to kill the spider.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
I'm holding something.
You were
Tell me
holding
what you're all
Misty Step.
holding. Asher, just so
Oh.
you are aware, it's just dropping concentration, I think, or
Mhm.
it's just dropping the spell for you. It doesn't.
Sorry.
Actually, it's not even dropping concentration. It's just letting the spell go for you if you want to.
Okay.
I'm just
So
waiting
you'll
for
be
everyone
able
to
to
be
use an
ready, or
action
if
if
they
you
want to
wanna have
heal
something
or whatever
ready.
they need to do. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
mostly healed up. I don't know. You guys are worse off than me, I think.
I'm holding an action of inflict wounds. Where did it go? At 8th level.
Asher, remind me how much you healed everybody earlier.
35.
Okay, I didn't put that in.
What she said.
Okay.
And as soon as that box disappears and I see the spider, I'm casting inflict wounds.
I am going to, I guess, out of her range, aside, have my shovel at the ready.
I'm going to say a heroic tale to inspire all your courage. The hero is you. And I'm going to put bardic inspiration on Trixie.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So Trixie, you have bardic inspiration. Asher, what are you holding, if anything, for dropping the spell?
I'm holding a pew pew with my gun.
What
What is up?
You're
Pew
holding
pew.
a firing of the
Oh.
gun.
is that a D10 or are you up to D12 now?
12.
Ooh.
All right. Tell me when, and then it'll go Tanzanite, Asher, Trixie. For the order, we'll just keep it where it was.
Okay.
As
That
a
was a-
spell poofs out of space, Tanzanite, roll the attack.
Ah! Ah! Okay. 46.
46 to hit.
26.
26.
Oh, I was like, how? Yeah, that hits. Roll the damage. I don't remember what level you said, but roll the damage.
8th level.
Whoa!
I actually swallowed in real life, and that may have come across on the microphone.
38.
10d10.
Yeah, it's not very good.
38?
Yeah.
You had 0 to 100, and you got 38? Rough
Yeah.
life.
Hey, Jess, if it makes you feel better, my 35 heal was 68. So I'm with you. For crappy rolls on a lot of dice.
All right, so that happens, and then Asher. Pew pew.
Pew pew. 22.
That hits. The damage is going to be so bad.
13.
Great.
Is it, though?
Still got a chance here. Still got a
Chip,
chance to
chip,
bite you.
chip, chip.
Trixie in the
Oh, wait.
surprise round.
An animated thing.
Oh yeah, smushy smush.
Is it the smush?
In the future, on these like surprise-ish rounds, make sure we have that preset too.
Yeah. 26 to hit.
That hits. What's the damage?
For what it's worth, I do feel like even for Asher, it is an afterthought. So it's like he does his action, and then all of a sudden, this thing just comes swinging by.
But like I'm saying, like for these
10.
types of surprise roundy,
Yeah.
we have advantage on the opportunity. We
Yeah,
want to make sure
yeah.
we also state it up front.
10 damage.
10 damage, great. And then Trixie.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh. Okay. That one I guess stopped first. The first would be a. Hold on, I haven't done this in a while. I'm still using charges, so I've only used one. Well, does it only use if I hit?
If you're, I can't.
Oh, I can only use one per turn, right? Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hang on.
This
let me
is
see.
Fatal Furies charges, right?
Yeah. When you hit with a melee attack using it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be after you've made the hit. It does not count if you miss.
Okay. So first one is a. That's not right. Is that right? That is right. That's a 32. Second one is a 25.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. And then I will do a follow-up. That one, oh, I thought it was, oh, that's pleasant. That is a 27.
That hits.
Okay. So let me,
So roll the damages.
well, it says whenever you hit. I guess I could use them all, but I'm only going to use one per turn because I'm conservative that way. Okay, so first one is why? 9 plus. The first hit is only 10 points out of a possible 22. Second one is 5 plus 8, 13. Third one is 9 again. My D8 hates me today.
Okay. All right. So boom, boom, boom. You all have this opportunity where you just have ganged up on the spider. You've whacked it, you've burned it, you've inflicted wounds on it, you've shot it, and you're like, it's gotta die.
You would think.
And you can see like its little hairs on each leg and its abdomen and on its thorax and around its face, and its pinchers just like gnashing furiously. Ichor dripping from all the different spaces. And after this round of hits, it looks rough, but it doesn't look rough enough.
Son of a biscuit.
We are still in combat order, so that takes Tanzanite. You're back up.
Okay.
Give it the pew pew.
Did the spider nat 1 or something? It doesn't have a turn?
You had that as a surprise round, and now we're back
Oh,
to combat.
right. Sorry. My brain is not absorbing all information
It
today.
was stuck in a box. It couldn't see you. Asher made it a cage that it couldn't see through, so if he had made it
Spider
bars, I would have been able to give it a turn, but
box.
it didn't. He didn't have that because it was suddenly in the blinding light of day. Tanzanite, what you doing? Blinded by
Okay. I'm going to take out my mace and cast. Wait. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to do Holy Weapon, which means I basically am using my mace to hit the spider, but I get to imbue power to it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
You're using your
my hand mace.
okay. This is the
So I believe I have to do an attack roll and it does a constitution check.
what level spell is this?
5.
Okay. Let me just make sure I know all the stuff that needs to be happening, because this is the holy weapon of whack-a-mole, and you've just like touched your weapon, and that makes this bright light appears in front of everybody as she kind of touches it and does that. And when she goes ahead and does because that's a bonus action to make it holy. And it'll stick around as a holy for up to an hour as long as your concentration remains strong. And now when you whack with it, in addition to its regular weapon attacks, it does an extra D8 of damage, which I think for 5th level, it's just 2D8.
2d8, yeah.
Beautiful. If it fails its save, it takes 4d8 radiant damage. So I will do the... It only rolled a 16. Did it win or lose? What's your save DC?
I believe, failed that because I believe it's 17.
Yes, it failed that. So you get to roll 4d8 plus the regular weapon damage.
Woo!
Okay, so...
As you can hear, the spider is very upset about this.
Okay, so...
No, don't hurt me. I'm such a pretty spider.
7 plus 2, and then 7, 8, 9, and then the maths for D8s. Where are you? 8. There you are. So that is 14, 17, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 23.
As the spider is blinded by this light and the smashing in of part of its abdomen as that kind of collapses in on itself a bit, Tanzanite, you hear in your head your mother's scream. Asher, it's your turn.
I will.
Awkward.
I'm gonna give it another firebolt because
Awesome.
I'm running out of everything to do except for cantrips and bullets.
Cantrips and bullets.
That sounds like the name of a D&D book.
It's our next episode.
28.
Cantrips and bullets. What is that?
28.
That hits.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work for beatboxing. Cantrips and bullets and cantrips and bullets and cantrips and bullets.
18 damage.
18 damage?
Yes.
That firebolt drills in and you see the hairs of the creature just light a fire for a bit as it takes more damage. And again, Tanzanite, you hear your mother scream.
What the?
And then animated object. 16 does not hit, right?
16 does not hit.
Okay. So it missed.
All right. The spider's turn. It turns directly to Tanzanite. Its mandibles open wide and it lunges suicidally, which gives it advantage on the attack because it has gone into a rage.
I was going to say reckless.
Yes.
Barbarous spider.
Reckless, ridiculous attack. Does a 25 hit you, Tanzanite?
Sure does.
Sparbarian.
Barbarian.
Sparbarian.
So stupid.
All the fun, dumb things that are named in this game that make it for 11, 8, 19, ooh, a 12, and 32 points of
Jesus Christ.
piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage because they were all ones. Okay.
Oh, I have a question that I probably should have asked a while ago. Am I supposed to
Yeah.
be taking poison damage? Because I'm poisoned.
You didn't have to do it. It isn't a Constitution saving throw. It's just the effect is the
Okay.
poison thing. So it is unfortunately not the cool poison that takes you out.
Not the dot poison. Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the dot. It doesn't give you the what is it called? The condition.
Jess has 5 minutes. We got 4 minutes to kill this spider.
I know,
Got this.
You're toast. You're so toast. It's not going to happen. You're all going to die. And then it's going to use its bonus action to try to entrap you. So Tanzanite, make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. 3.
3?
No.
Oh, I was going to say you're caught.
15.
You are caught.
Dang it.
So that abdomen leaps forward and just splat. You're covered in webbing, and you are currently grappled conditioned because that webbing is connected to it. So it will try to do naughty things to you later. If you would like to resist on your turn, you can do a strength saving throw. Trixie, you are up.
Okay. So where am I in relation to Tanzanite and Asher and the spider?
The spider has lunged at and is right on Tanzanite.
Okay.
You and Asher, you were right up on it, but in this situation, it's like its butts towards you. You're still within range of its legs if it spun around and stuff like that, but now you kind of have the rear of the spider.
All right.
And you saw it like leap forward with its rear thorax space.
All right.
Whatever we want to call that.
I am going to keep using my shovel and go for 3 attacks.
Go for it.
Go for it.
That first one is a 27,
That hits.
24,
Hits.
16.
Misses.
Okay. The first one I'm going to use 3 charges. So because now I'm pissed. Oh, fuck yeah. 16 plus plus 6 is 20. What was I saying about the full damage? 22 plus 27, 28 points on the first one.
Okay.
Let me mark those off. And then I am just going to use per hit. Okay. And then the next one is 16
Points of damage.
Yes.
Describe how this spider's life ends. By the way, Tanzanite, each time Trixie hits, you hear your mother's screams in your head.
More importantly, is Tanzanite covered in goo now?
Oh, she's covered in spider webbing. She's like hidden in spider webbing.
Let's see. So she's on top of Tanzanite?
Yeah.
Okay. I will have sliced. I don't know why I just gendered the spider. It's on top of Tanzanite. I think the mother screams translated in my head. The first one, I am going to at least sideswipe all of the legs that are closer to me off. And then the next one, based on where Tanzanite is, I am slicing it in half.
Okay.
And that's why I use a shovel.
And thus ends a spider's life, as well as this session.
Ah.
Thank you all for watching Probability of Demise. Like, subscribe, etc., etc., etc.
Tune in next
You have
week for more awkward conversations between Asher and Tanzanite.
Yeah.
That we got away with not doing this week.
Bye.
Somehow.
Bye.
Bye.